having a really hard time finding the right research. I'm just not sure what's the difference between evidence-based and research-based.
I know exactly what you mean. I was just at a meeting that helped me to figure out the difference. I think I can help.
Please.
The ability to find, read, and evaluate academic research is crucial for teachers. Studies have shown that teachers are less likely to use research literature than any other professionals. Teachers need to access and read research reports, as well as evaluate the information in order to put it into practice in their classrooms. Research reports are often referred to as research documents, and there are many different kinds. Academic articles published in peer-reviewed journals, reports in published manuals, monographs, and books, documents posted on websites, distributed on CDs, and found in libraries or professional offices, published reports by institutions, individual researchers, or teachers, as well as research reports published by the Ministry of Education, faculties of education, or those shared at conferences. The good news is that there are effective research methods recommended by teachers with research experience. These are: use keywords to search in a specific search engine, website, catalog, journal, or database. Refine your search by adjusting the keywords. Scan document titles to identify research reports that may be relevant. Review the abstracts of the relevant documents to select those that provide the information you are looking for and see that they satisfy your criteria. Review sections of the selected documents to find additional key resources, and review closely the full text of key documents.
As an experienced academic librarian working in a Faculty of Education library, I have, over the years, helped many teachers find journal articles, reports, and other research materials for professional and personal development. In person, over the phone, by email, and online, help and expertise is always available to teachers in the field. If possible, I meet with teachers individually or in a collaborative group. I recommend research databases to search. I help teachers create an efficient search strategy and suggest keywords for effective online searching. In addition, I also help teachers critically evaluate the online research, the journal articles, and the reports available to them. Supporting research to practice endeavors and professional development for teachers is a big part of an education academic librarian's job.
The language of the research can be too technical. Here are some of the strategies that I use. I engage in active and interactive reading. I have my own system of annotating or marking up the text. As I read it, I ask myself some questions that I often write down. I also take notes so that I don't have to read the whole text again. I engage in strategic reading. I approach a text with a well-defined purpose in mind. And I engage in critical reading. In a recent staff meeting at our school, teachers were given an article about homework and its purpose in education. The article suggested that the findings were based on solid research, yet the data were only based on 2 schools, and very bold statements were included in the article. During our discussion, I was surprised at how many teachers took the article as the truth, instead of questioning the validity of the research or even asking questions. And I developed short summaries. After reading, I briefly review the whole text to complete my short notes or create some sort of mental summary. And of course, I participate in sharing. I think it's very important to have a reading buddy so you can discuss what you have read and share your thoughts. Nothing can replace receiving input from your colleagues and putting that learning into practice.
In order to recognize trustworthy research, you need to ask yourself, does the report's introduction center on a specific research question, problem, or objective? Provide enough background information to help you understand the context and need for the research? Does the literature review section build on existing literature in the area? Make mention of a community's understanding of the area or framework that guides it? Does the methods section show that the researcher properly followed procedures for ethical research with humans? For data collection and analysis? Do the discussion and concluding sections summarize the results, also known as findings, from the research? Look at the findings in light of other research done in the area? Offer some suggestions for implementation or for further research. When teachers in the London area were asked what research they trusted most, the majority indicated that they have more trust in research coming from the Ministry of Education a faculty of education, and from colleagues.
My key motivation for research is to share the outcome with my students. The other ways that I use my research findings include updating my current teaching materials and developing new content for my students. The research material also helps me understand new challenges, including responsibilities, especially in emerging collaborative learning environment. I also use my research material to seek solutions to specific problems of practice, derive new strategies, get new ideas, and reduce risks associated with making decisions. The other important use of the research material is that it helps me to keep in line with known and established teaching best practices.
It's important to develop a questioning attitude and judge a research report's impact on society. Be sure to check that all key sections are included in the research document, the methods outlined are appropriate to the research problem and context of study, the findings are carefully reported and discussed, and the conclusions are arrived at in a methodical manner. Remember that bias in reporting and overly general conclusions are to be avoided in trustworthy research reports.